Hi guys, good afternoon. It's afternoon, Sunday, Piotr here, and we are going to make a little bit of the summary of the previous week, completely different and unusual way. So what's behind us? Behind us, three central banks: Bank of Japan, Bank of Canada, European Central Bank. Two of those were able to push their currencies lower. I'm talking about the Bank of Canada. I'm talking about the European Central Bank. All right, and Bank of Japan. Well, Kuroda was not able to push yen lower, and towards the end of the week, the yen currency crosses went lower with a little bit of the risk off. That's what we are going to discuss in a second. I will try to show you, not sure if I'm going to manage to do that. I'm trying to show you, okay, I'm recharging my batteries, right? So, from the very far over there, that's my walk, that's how I'm trying to recharge my batteries over the weekend. So I already did 6-7 kilometers and I feel fantastic. I can see that my batteries are recharged already. Anyway, what is important? Important thing is that we were able to prepare in both cases. In case of European Central Bank and in case of the Bank of Canada, we were able to prepare very good pre-Bank of Canada, pre-European Central Bank analysis, right? That was great, and the shame on you guys, right? Just few of you watched that one, and it was perfect setup for the short euro dollar. We are always discussing two possible scenarios, but we had on the euro dollar we had this spike to the upside and then a rejection. So that was fantastic setup from the bear side, as well as USD CAD, right? We were discussing the pullback down towards 30.50, maybe even 30.20. The 30 didn't materialize, but right before Bank of Canada and after Canadian CPI, we had our pullback to the downside, right? So, well, I strongly encourage you guys to subscribe to the channel, just not to miss another one, because it's not end of the central bank's announcements. We do have upcoming week. We have two very important. We do have FOMC and we do have Bank of England. So let's discuss a bit FOMC. What's the point here? Well, President Trump is clearly expecting some lower rates. He also confirmed that during his speech in Davos, right? But it's not gonna happen, guys, in my opinion. If the Fed is going to lower the rate right now, come on, it could be end of the world, right? The world might be scary a bit. It's enough, in my opinion, that the Fed is doing QE4 or QE5 via repo market, right? So trying to, in addition, lowering the rates, well, I don't know if it's going to hurt the dollar, but well, I can imagine it might hurt very fragile sentiment we have right now. Okay, we still survived. We haven't switched to the risk of sentiment yet. Well, the coronavirus out of the China. It's not trade war between US and China, but coronavirus. Then some stuff in relation to US and Europe tariffs, right? But as of now, we still survived this, I would say, risk on sentiment. Maybe last Friday we witnessed some kind of the profit taking. Good stuff. Okay, let me change the view a bit. Okay, so I can't see much weaker dollar unless really something extraordinary will happen. I would rather be dollar bull towards the FOMC, maybe some kind of the profit taking after, but that could translate, if that's the case, that could translate into the early week dollar strength and eventually midweek reversal around the or below 110, I would say. So that could be the case. So it's worth to watch. Of course, I'm going to prepare pre-market open later today as well. So well, we are going to have something based on the charts. Now, switching to Bank of England. Well, if you remember, 2 weeks ago we had this very huge activity from the doves or dovish camp inside the Bank of England, all right? And we had pound a little bit weaker then, and finally we saw the turnaround. First it was based on the retail sales expectations, and retail sales didn't deliver. So then it was based on the PMI expectations, and services actually was quite good. But well, suddenly the market decided to take the profit of the latest rally post PMI services last week, and we saw pound weakening towards the end of the week. Some kind of the profit taking was there. Now it's almost, I haven't checked at the end of the week. I haven't checked. I have to clearly say that. But you know, very important. It's what the market is pricing, right? Around the PMI reading, it was like 50-50, okay? So, well, this 130, that's where I do expect some kind of the, well, let's call it war between the bulls and bears. Of course, those two central banks, that's the one part of the whole story. The thing is about the China virus, about this Wuhan coronavirus, well, spreading out very, very quickly, and we've seen a little bit of the nervousness when it comes to the indices towards the end of the week. It was like, well, a little bit of the profit taking, let's call it that way. It wasn't any kind of the catastrophic move yet. Don't forget that we are still awaiting for the big earnings report. So the question is, the real question is, when it comes to the medium term, and when it comes to the longer term, from where the volatility will come. Is it going to be via indices? Is it going to be via stock market, or is it going to be via currencies, right? Well, to be honest with you, I'm going to put well, my opinion here, and just only my opinion, so do your own research, it's not a financial advice, but I think we might see some volatility, especially when it comes to the yen crosses, thank you to the higher volatility on the indices, right? So trying to summarize, guys, perfect setup for both pre-European Central Bank, pre-Bank of Canada analysis. So definitely you have to watch those. Short recordings, right? The second thing, we are awaiting FOMC, all right, this week, and we are awaiting Bank of England. I do not expect weaker dollar, at least not for now. Maybe post FOMC, like buy the rumor, sell the facts. So eventually, for now, just for now, we are going to make the necessary updates. But just for now, still looking for a stronger dollar at the beginning of the week, and then eventually profit taking towards the end of the week. And Bank of England, well, that's gonna be the challenge, to be honest with you. I think that the guys may try to join the others like Bank of Canada and European Central Bank. They may try to lower the rates. The question, if that's the case, the question is going to be if it's one and done or something more. So the rhetoric from the Bank of England is gonna be the key. So of course I'm going to prepare pre-Bank of England and pre-FOMC analysis for the majors. So stay tuned, subscribe, guys, subscribe to the channel. And try not to miss the next analysis. So that's it from me. beautiful Sunday. First part of my walk behind me, so I'm going to get back home 6-7 kilometers. Thank you and see you around, guys. Take care, goodbye.